combining Outlast with Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
Okay.
It looks so fantastic, and
Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of Pillow Talk, and this week's guest is Project SASH.
yeah, what up guys?
Thanks for joining us. Now,
No problem.
as you can see guys, she is playing a game called The Binding of Isaac. Is that correct? Have I got that right?
Yes, that's
okay.
correct.
Obviously it's a single player game. I'm just watching her play it and she can maybe talk us a little bit through it. But before she does that, why don't you tell the viewers out there a little bit about yourself, about your channel, or anything else that you want to promote?
Well, my name is Sasha. I won't say my last name, of course. But yeah, I started my channel back in 2014. Now, first off, I originally had a channel in 2013 called Sash Kaboom. Don't ask me why I picked that name.
Okay.
It was off a generator and it just did not fit. But I used it to upload videos to begin with, to get a feel for YouTube, because I didn't understand any of it. I didn't understand copyright, and I was just getting into editing at the time. So once I got comfortable, I deleted that channel and created a new one and started 16th of September, which has just passed my 2nd year anniversary of the channel.
Congrats.
Which is good, yeah. And I started making gaming content. Purely because I played games all my life, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get into this. I know it's a cliche, everybody plays games on YouTube these days, but I just love it. And eventually I got into vlogging, and I will be doing other things in a couple of years, which I won't say because it's a surprise.
Ooh, okay.
But it's when I get new equipment to be able to do these things. So that is actually exciting.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I'm into a lot of heavy metal. I have a part-time job, so it is hard to stick to a schedule on my channel. However, things are going smoothly at the minute, but I do have some personal stuff going on, which I don't want to go into too detail because I don't want this to be morbid.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much. I'm just a nerd.
Well, like we all, I think that's like most of us are, like, to be fair, and then most of the viewers are, like, you know what I mean? But it's weird how, like, nerd has now suddenly become, like, the cool thing, you know what I mean? It just seems to be, you know, whereas, like, a lot of us, you know, we're picked on at school for being the way that we are, like, and now all of a sudden, all the people that were picking on us are suddenly like, hold on, these guys are onto something, like, you know what I mean? And the biggest nerd, I suppose, of them all, like, on Mr. Bill Gates there, like, at Microsoft, you know what I mean? I think he's got the last laugh, hasn't he, with the amount of billions he's got in the bank, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
But, no, the game, I mean, I've never actually played this game, like, you know, and it looks a lot of fun. Have you played it lots of times, or is this the first time you've played it?
I have played it quite a few times. I still don't know much about the game and the story.
Right.
But it's basically you're playing Isaac, you're going through these dungeons, and your mother is an evil bitch.
Okay.
That's all I know. I haven't really gone into detail of the game. I just like the RPG feel to it. It's just something brings back memories of this game from my childhood for something else that I played, and I've always liked it.
Cool.
So I thought, yeah, I got into this, and I just had to get the others as well.
Cool.
Because there's more than one. I can't remember the names of them.
Oh, right, okay. So, I mean, is it reasonable priced on is it, I'll take it, it's on Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it's really not that expensive.
No worries.
For me, it's a reasonable price. I think around $9.99, $14.99,
right.
like
so, if for our American viewers, probably about $15, something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. No
roughly around there.
Yeah, it's a really good value, really, considering. You know,
oh yeah, you get quite a lot to do in the game as well. Everything's randomly generated too.
Oh right, okay.
so it's not all the same. So every time you play, it's a new experience, which is good.
Yeah, so that'd be like, you know, like, so it's not like we're spoiling anything for anyone out there, like, you know, as you
no, not
wander around with your little pink ball is wool of that? I think that is.
It's his tears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's shooting his tears out.
Ah, I see. Right, okay. Right. Like you do.
It's a strange little game, but it's so fun.
Yeah, I love the graphical style to it as well. I love the art style on it. Like it's pretty cool. Like it seems very basic, but it's got like a nice like touch to it. I think that's what's great about it. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it looks like really fluid, like gameplay. You know what I mean? It's you know, which, and like you say with the.
Oh yeah, it's very smooth.
Yeah. So yeah, I think looking at this, I think I might pick this up. Like yes, definitely.
Yeah, so I'll definitely recommend it. It is a lot of fun.
All right. Oh, sorry. Right, well, without further ado, let's crack on with question number 1. And it's the question I tend to ask to all of my guests that I have on. How did you come up with the name Project SASH?
Right. Have you watched the Resident Evil films?
I have.
Okay, so you know Project Alice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that was like, well that sounds cool. Let me put my first name in front of Project SASH.
Got it.
And I was like, it fits. It sounds cool. People will remember it. And I thought, let's go with it. If I don't like it later on, I can kind of change it.
Oh,
and I just stuck with it. That's how I got it through Resident Evil.
Yeah. No, like I say, like some people have got. I think it's a great question because it's just amazing, like how people. You know, some it's more in depth. Some people are just like, oh, I just came up with it, random, just couldn't think of anything. Bomb, then it came. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, you know, it's I like, you know, like those sort of like films. I like the games as well, to be honest, Resident Evil games. But I'm actually looking forward to
I love the games.
Resident Evil. Have you seen Resident Evil 7? You seen any trailers for that?
Yes, I have.
That creepy
God,
woman, like
jaw dropped.
Geez, that creepy woman though, like that. She's like got that. She's got like a real sort of Alabama or maybe sort of Southern American, like, you know, Kansas. You know, I'll tell you what she reminds me of. You know the witch from The Wizard of Oz? The evil witch.
Oh my god.
She's got that kind of voice, and like she's like trying to find you around this house, and it was like, and someone said that apparently it's coming out on VR as well, which is going to be like, Jesus,
yes,
like,
it is.
Yeah. So that's going to be nerve-wracking. I can see a lot of people, you know, off to the hospital because they've like fainted with fear or something. Like, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I like Resident Evil, I like Silent Hill film, the games as well.
Me too. Well, we got a lot in common. I like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's like at the end of the day, people think, oh, you know, you don't like horror and stuff because you don't play that. I said I do. I like horror. I've always liked horror. I mean, I've grown.
You don't have to play a lot of horror to like
but
it.
I like loads of horror films. You know what I mean? And it's like just all sorts of different genre. The one there's only a couple that have maybe like sort of made me go, whoa, this is a bit like, you know. One was have you ever seen the film The Grudge?
Yeah, I had nightmares.
There is one part in that film that creeped the shit out of me, like, and that was the bit where, you know, when there's the person's in the bed and they like lift up the quilt and then they like that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, but oh, I tell you, man, that was yeah, that's one of those like sort of thing, but yeah. Man, but yeah, I mean, like I say, I like horror films and stuff like that, and I also like playing some horror games. I'm looking forward to Outlast 2. That looks a lot of fun as well. That's gonna be.
Oh god, yes.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's a shame about PT as well. Like, you know, like the trailer thing that all got cancelled and stuff, because that was going to be like the new Silent Hills
that was all
and
down to Konami being complete dicks.
Completely. And they've lost out because PlayStation now got Hideo Kojima on their books. So, you know, and I don't know if you saw like the trailer for his new game, but that looks weird as hell. Oh
yeah. So I can't remember the name of it, but it looks really creepy.
With the Norman Reedus, is it, from Walking Dead, with all the little baby and the hands all over him, and kind of creepy, but that's what Hideo does, like, you know what I mean? It's what he does, like, so.
Yeah. He's such a legend.
Yes, definitely. Right, anyway, we will move on to question number 2, and the question number
Alright.
2 is, basically, it doesn't have to be like this year, but it can be like way up into the future. Which games are you actually most looking forward to that are coming out? Anything that you've caught your eye?
Next year, there's a game called Agony coming out.
Ooh,
and it's based in hell. Right. I don't know too much about it, but I've seen the trailer, and oh my god, it's like combining Outlast with Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
Okay.
It looks so fantastic, and it looks so metal as well. If you're a heavy metal fan, you'll just play it because of that.
Right.
It's so dark and creepy. It's so twisted. It's like you're actually watching a film, but you're playing it.
Oh, right.
It's so weird and bizarre.
Okay.
That's one of the games I'm looking forward to. Now, in the distant future, in about, I think it's 2019 or 2020, Shenmue 3 is going to be coming out. That's one of the games I loved on the Dreamcast. Unfortunately, I haven't played Shenmue 2, so I will need to play that. But Shenmue 1, was one of the best looking games I've ever played during that time period.
Right.
I can't wait for Shenmue 3. We've waited years for this.
Is that being crowdfunded? As far as I'm sure, it was
millions of
It wasn't
pounds.
this E3. It was the previous E3. It was announced. They came on stage, I think, and everyone was like, went mental in the crowd. Yeah.
Everyone went ecstatic about it.
Because wasn't it like that was announced, and then they turned around and said, "Oh, by the way, what we're gonna revamp and make Final Fantasy VII," and it was like everyone just blew I think everyone's head exploded, like, you know what I mean? It was like, what, like, you know what I mean? And they showed a clip, and it was like unbelievable, like what that looks like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I've never actually played a Final Fantasy game, but I'm actually looking forward.
I've played a couple. They are good.
15 looks good, and 7, the remake, looks really good. Yeah.
7 is my favourite.
Yeah, a lot of people say 7. A lot of people are torn between 7 and 8. I think that's what seems to be the general sort of census of what's going on. Sort of thing. But yeah, so Agony, right, guys? Make a note of that. Mental note, and if not, obviously pop along to Project SASH's channel, because I'm sure she'll be playing it to give you a heads up on what that game looks like. But we will swiftly move on, because we've all got work to do. We've all got things to be doing. And we'll move on to our final question. And our final question is basically, what got you into gaming? What is it about gaming that is so appealing to you?
Well, gaming, you can just escape away from reality. And I got in it because my parents gamed, and I was just like, oh, what's this? I picked up a Game Boy, and I was like, this is amazing. I have no friends now. And then obviously the PlayStation came along, and it got me into Tomb Raider, Metal Gear Solid, the Tony Hawk games. There's just so many. Abe's Odyssey was one of the best games I played, but I never finished. And I don't know, it's just something therapeutic about gaming. Whenever I feel down or stressed, or I'm just generally having a bad day, I stick on a game, whether it be horror or not. I have a good time, and it's so much better than going to take anxiety pills, because I do suffer from that. I refused medication, and I've done my therapy through YouTube, and people like you. I've never met you, and there's so many people that support me, and it's like, oh my god, this is fantastic. I've got people I can talk to about my problems.
Yeah, of course you can.
So gaming in general, I just got into it because my parents gamed. If they hadn't gamed, I don't think I would be that into it until later on in life.
Yeah, I think that goes down to quite a lot of us in that respect. It's usually like parents or some sort, like you sort of follow on from them, and because they'll have had something, and you sort of pick it up, and then you then move on even more. Do you know what I mean? You advance even more, like, sort of thing. And then, like, obviously, if any of us were to have, like, kids, I think then they will be moving on even more again, like, and it's just but yeah, it's I think it's like you say, the fact that you can just take away yourself from, like, what's going on, is just plop yourself into a mad world of whatever it be. In this case, running around, firing your tears, you know, because your mum's a bitch or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just you forget what was getting you down, and you can just throw yourself into this, you know, or you can throw yourself into any kind of world, and that's what I think is amazing about gaming. In the fact that you could put a film on, but you know what that film's going to be every single time. A game is completely different every time you pick it up, and even if you've completed it, you can go back and run it again and maybe explore different areas you didn't explore the first time. And I think that's what's amazing about gaming, is that everyone has a go about, oh, how much are they, and they are massively value for money. I mean, I always like base a game on like where it's like £1 to the equivalent, so £1 equals an hour. So if I play a game for 40 hours and it costs me 40, then it's value for money. Do you know what I mean? And I see it like you know, now don't get me wrong, not all games are brilliant, and some of them, you know, could do with a hell of a lot of work and stuff like that. But
definitely.
You know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, like, you know, these guys that make them, I tip my hat to them, you know what I mean? They are incredible. I mean, I did some programming, stuff like that, like, you know, C++ and stuff, like when I was at, you know, college and stuff, and it's not this, guys, what you're seeing on the screen. It is like literally like numbers and letters and stuff, and it's just code. It's just it is so draining. It's unbelievable. So I take my hat off to them, like, you know what I mean, to be able to get such amazing stuff, like to be able to move around the screen and to be reacting to what you do and how you control it is incredible. And then you look at a game like this and you think, oh, it's quite simplistic. Yeah, and then you look at a game like Metal Gear Solid 5, for example, and the graphic content that's in that is just like incredible, like, you know what I mean? Like, and just, you know, or any of the modern games, like any Call of Duties, the graphics, you know, in these games are incredible stuff, like, you know, The Witcher, you know, they're just all, this is what's amazing about games. And it's not just this, it's like you just said, the meeting of amazing people like yourself, and finding out your stories, and we all go through some form of like anxieties or whatever like that, you know, and being picked on and stuff for what we do. And now it's a case of now we're actually enjoying things are like looking up for us, and you know, and we can get into little groups and we can have chats and we can play games at the same time. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's made me a hell of a lot more confident doing these videos, definitely, because of the people that I've met online.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I think about the shit I had to go through school, it's like none of that really mattered, because in the end it was all worth it. I've met good people in the future, you know, you go through bad stuff and in the end something positive comes out of it.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, most definitely. Right, well, before I let you go, is there anything else you'd like to add? Is there anything else you want to
well, if you guys have Twitter or Facebook, you can follow me on those, and I will talk with you. I like talking to the people that follow me. It's just, I don't know what it is, but having to, like, 200 people on the channel was a bit overwhelming. I actually cried at one point. But being able to talk to these people, because I've spoken to quite a few people who've had problems themselves, and they've said that my videos help them to forget that. And it's like, I'm just a girl behind a computer playing video games, what the hell? Yeah. But it's so nice to hear that, and it's just, it makes everything worthwhile.
Yeah, it's like someone said to me the other day, and like sometimes you must have gone through this where you just think, I just don't feel like doing a video today, I've just got so much shit going on.
I've had those moments.
And then someone said to me, he says, yeah, but if you don't put your video up, someone they need that video for them.
Yes.
And I know what he means by that, because it's like, just maybe to hear something you say and you do it wrong and you make a mistake but you leave it in and it makes them laugh, and a comment will come up and say, that bit where you messed up was so funny, and you're like, okay, I'll leave more mess ups in there or whatever, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And or you know, something that you did in that was amazing, like, you know, and that really helped me, if you do like a how-to video or whatever it be, like, and you just and to me the comments mean so much more than, and I know this sounds really bad because it's like, people, I'm not trying to like say, but the sub button is great, don't get me wrong, and I'm glad that all the people that sub to the channel, I'm not just, but when people comment, that is even better for me because that's the interaction I get. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When people comment on the video and they say, you know, what they liked about the video, the bits that they liked in it, like, you know what I mean? That to me is like, that's the connection. That's what I want. That's where it helps me get through my day as well as helping them get through theirs. And that's, like you just said, that's to me is what's great about doing this. You know, making these
exactly.
videos. Yeah, definitely. Right,
awesome.
Well, as long as you're happy with everything, you don't want to add anything else, all the links to Project SASH.
I do want to shout out one guy.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, actually, 3.
Okay, yeah.
First off, I want to shout out Scottish Geeks because he is one of the reasons why my channel is where it is today. I know that there are people watching and they help me grow, but he subscribed to me when I had less than 50. And he's just been a big support, and I just want to let him know that I am grateful for everything that he does. And that goes to Danger Gerbil and Astrovex too. They have been amazing, and I just want to say thank you for what you've done and continue to do. And I want to hug your faces.
Well,
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Not anything else, just your faces. Just remember that, you guys. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
See me in public, guard your face.
Yes. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. It's been
fun.
great.
Thank you for having me.
No.
It's like my first time being on a podcast. I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my god, what if I stutter and mess up? And I'm like, oh god.
No.
But it's not as scary as
no, it's
I
not.
thought.
It's not. I try to make it as relaxed as possible, and at the same time, you know what I mean. It's all about you guys out there, like, you know what I mean. Get these views in on not just this video, but obviously go and check out Project SASH's videos because they are really good. She has a lot of fun playing games, and you will have a lot of fun watching her as well. So make sure that you comment, guys, like, you know what I mean, so you interact with her, like, and if you don't mind, and if you're new to her channel, go ahead and hit her sub button. You don't have to hit mine. This is all about Project SASH today, guys, so take it easy.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope, fingers crossed, that I can get you back on in the near future and we can talk again.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm always up for that.
Yeah, and then we can find out a little bit more about what's been going on in your life and maybe some different questions. That'd be awesome. And if any of those guys have got any questions for you, don't be hesitant. Just go ahead and ask her and she will definitely reply to them. So yeah.
Definitely.
Right. Well, thank you very much. No
worries.
We'll call it quits here today, guys, and as always, go ahead, like, share and subscribe the video, and massive hugs from me and from Mr. Pillow, and obviously from Project SASH because she'll hug your face.
Oh yeah.
And I'll catch obviously everyone next time. So it's a goodbye from me, and it's a goodbye from Project SASH.
See you later, guys. I love your faces. I want to hug them.
Take it easy, guys. Massive hugs. See you later. Cheers.